browser version of YouTube. But hey, here we are. Hi everybody. That was a little scary. Had a little bit of technical difficulties there, but we managed to make it through. Welcome back everybody to the Slice of Shonen podcast, episode number 30, big 30 already. I am your host on the boat, Sailor, and wow. We got a lot to talk about this week, huh?
Big week.
This is a very big week. Let's waste no time. As you can hear, I've got my co-host already. Let me pull up the list. We have the Cookin' Taco. We have the me. Hey, how's it going? We have the Silver, and of course, the Zenith Annie Manga, who made this wonderful thumbnail. We always appreciate him. But again, wasting no time. Is there anything you guys want to say before we jump into probably the craziest chapter this week?
I mean, not really. Yeah, you think we should just start a discussion on it and about how we now officially live in a world where Nuxtaku's meme video was correct. Like, this is the reality we live in now, and we just have to accept
I'm still
that.
in denial. That shit didn't happen. I don't know what you're
Okay,
talking
so
about.
yeah, let me write this down. Transition. My Hero Academia 362. Holy shit.
Bro, I gotta say real quick, I'm taking back all of the fucking compliments I gave to Maki last week. This dude's still trash.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna do something cool. He did something
Hey.
cool, but this shit did nothing.
Hey, I was
He
about
didn't
to
even,
say, he tried.
Bro, fucking Mirio's punch did more. Like when he punched him.
I
during
mean,
the fucking
visually, it
block.
was fucking sick. The visual for that was crazy.
Yeah, look cool. Look.
Yeah,
Well, also,
they didn't do
how the
jack
fuck
shit.
how did he shoot a plasma cannon?
I
That's
have
fucking-
no idea. Genuinely. No idea. I was just like,
My
oh, that's
man-
cool.
My man broke the
Well,
rules
really,
just to fail.
I think that's supposed to be like a combination of Sonny's quirk and the Jirei's. Is like, so the Jirei's was like the bullet. His quirk
Oh,
was
okay,
like the
that
bullet.
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I can
I-
see her energy around it now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it still didn't do jack shit, which is still especially lame, but yeah, that's how it worked.
It's funny too because it's like the little monologue he gives before that. I really like it. Like it's one of those
Mhm.
things where it just feels. I don't want to say relatable because I'm not a whole lot like Tamaki, but
Based.
real. You know, like it
Yeah.
feels like
Yeah.
one of those very real type of just ways of being. That I don't know. I dig it a lot, and you know,
Yeah.
then he did do
Um,
shit, but you know,
I feel like we should, for this one, we should work our way backwards in a way. Because, I mean, we gotta talk about it. So let me...
and we'll get there. We'll get there.
I feel like we should just talk about it now, bro. Let's just work our way backwards.
Okay. Hey,
Okay.
man, your podcast.
So I want to say, right off rip, because for some reason, I still get comments be like, "Oh, you don't like Black Clover? You should just drop it." Shut the fuck up. I hate comments like that. But my God, I will say right now on record, I will keep the same energy that I did for Black Clover. If Bakugo somehow survives this, I'm keeping the same energy. Because listen, the spoilers when they first came out, they just said Bakugo's heart stopped. And so I was like, oh, all right. I mean, like, I still think it'll be kind of corny. I still won't be happy about it. But I could see a situation where Mirio reaches inside his chest and, like, pumps his heart to restart it and, you know, at least keeps him alive. Cool. But when the chapter comes out, Shigaraki, all for one, whatever you want to call him, straight up rips through this nigga's chest. Rips his heart right open and sends him flying. This man...
Like, you can see the rupture.
Exactly. And so I'm letting it be known right now, chat, because people think I go too hard on Black Clover. I'm keeping the same energy, okay? I don't know how my other co-hosts feel, but that's how I feel. I'm just letting that be known right now.
that I feel on this, it would have to work insanely hard to justify it. Not just like fucking like narratively, because Black Clover justifies all its stuff narratively. That doesn't make me like it. That's not the point. It would have to work very hard to justify it, like, as a plot point, like, to make it good. And it's very hard to pull that off.
I was about
That's
to say,
why
that's
people don't
hard.
generally do it.
Yeah.
no, like,
There are very few series that have had straight up resurrections, and I liked it.
Yeah. Not to mention, in this case, is another thing you have to consider would be if we do get a resurrection, and I slightly have my fingers crossed for that because I really do not want Bakugo to die, despite all the crazy shit that would have to happen to make it possible. Well, it's like there's got to be like some kind of consequence afterward this, because like
well, okay, I did want to talk about that. The reason I am leaning towards him being dead, I think he will, and because it's like because if he's brought back, he's so, and I brought this up earlier before the podcast. If he's brought back and it's like the consequence of it is that he's all fucked up, like Horikoshi
at
does
this point
do
that doesn't
tragic
matter.
shit sometimes. He's not mean-spirited. He's not gonna fucking cripple him instead, you know?
And I feel like
honestly,
at this
I
point
don't
it
see
kind of
anyone
wouldn't
who-
matter.
What do you guys think narratively is the purpose of killing him right here? Like, how do you think this is going to play out?
I
think
theories,
personally,
kinda half-baked theories.
I think this is gonna be a huge thing, because I mean we brought up a little bit. Bakugo's character journey is kind of finished right now, but I feel like this will be a huge thing for Deku, because he went into this war like, I'm going to save Tenko, like I want to save him. And seeing Tenko do something like this, or at least, you know, Shiggy All For One, whatever, the amalgamation of all these personalities, these egos, seeing him do this, can he still feel the same way? And I feel like that'll be very interesting to see Izuku not only battle Shigaraki, but himself, and if he still wants to save him, because he freaked the fuck out last time. And Bakugo, like, he only got stabbed through the through the stomach, and, you know, that shit hurted, but he survived. If Bakugo straight up got killed, like...
Yeah, no. Like, this is going to be some real berserk level shit going on.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. That's the purpose it could really serve. I feel like that could definitely be interesting to see what could happen, especially because Zenith has brought it up before in the podcast, where you don't feel like Izuku's whole character arc is done in regards to like his problems, his negatives of trying to take everything on himself. I feel like if this were to happen, that would really play into that, and that would really make him feel like I can't rely on anybody else. I was right to leave UA. I was right to do all this shit. I really can't rely on anybody else because this happens. If I'm not here, then this happens. I feel like that'll be a very big thing. What's up, Executioner? I feel like that'll be a very big thing for Izuku if this death is legitimate.
I think my opinion on his death is that I agree with you guys, where it's like, I think he should be dead. And I think if he gets back up, it would be very, very hard to convince me that it makes sense.
And that it's not dumb writing.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? Maybe I'm just jaded. I have read thousands upon thousands of chapters of shonen manga. I have seen so many big major fake out deaths.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not expecting much.
And honestly, that maybe that's the right mentality to have, because I like you brought up, like, it's not like it's this is a foreign thing. If he does somehow get up, it's just kind of bullshit.
I mean, it's shonen.
Yeah.
I will say
there
that
are
is important
good
to bear
deaths
in
in
mind.
Shonen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that it's a guarantee he's gonna get back up. I'm just cautious because I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
You
if he
gotta
does
see
get
him
back
get
up,
buried
I'm not gonna
first.
be that shocked. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be like, what? I did not see this coming. It's like,
Yeah, I'll be like, well, all right, fuck, I guess.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
It's funny though, because it's like the community has been going so hard on just every possible way he could be saved, and it's so funny because most of them are just cope.
Oh yeah,
like,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Like the biggest one is Eri. It's like they're not gonna send a child to the battlefield. They're not gonna fucking do that.
Eri already used her quirk too to bring back Mirio to when he had all his shit. And that took like what, like months, like 5 or 6 months for her to build up that energy. Like, yeah, no way. No way.
I think Bakugo. So I think this would be a good death for him, and I agree. Like, narratively, the way it'll affect Deku, it's like, yeah, Bakugo's character arc is pretty much over. To me, the weird thing, the big thing that's making me cautious, where I'm like, okay, this seems like a perfect death. This seems like everything's like going that way, and Horikoshi might actually keep him dead. But why would he give him such a big quirk awakening only to kill him off 2 pages later?
I think for that one, because that's kind of the biggest thing. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the biggest thing that I was thinking about too. But I feel like it could be, and this really depends. And I know, you know, that's kind of like the obvious part here. This really depends, but it could just show the futility of it ultimately. That Bakugo was still able to like this is supposed to be some big, like, if I had to equate it to anything, this would be like Aizen catching Ichigo's sword. But like way obviously a way bigger deal to see Bakugo get this big awakening and still come up short. Because usually, I mean, literally, in Shonen,
well, this is another part of it too, though. What, Silver?
I mean, I don't know. Like, we were just talking earlier about how Horikoshi wouldn't do anything that cruel, but it's like, goddamn, that is just like different levels of cruel. Don't you think?
I mean, that's literally kind of what just happened to Tamaki. Like, it happened twice in this chapter, where a big power-up happens and it does nothing.
Here's the difference, though, right? With Bakugo, you get his big power-up, and it goes into all this detail of, like, how it's working and how it's happening. And Shigaraki sees it, and he gets, or All For One sees it and gets angry, and he remembers the second user.
No, brother.
And then Bakugo has a vision of the vestige form of All Might that he should have absolutely no clue like what that is or what it looks like. Like, he knows what it is. He knows that Deku can see the vestiges of the past users. But how does he know?
Yeah,
how is he looking at the exact thing that's inside of Deku?
Well, my thing is, it's the I mean, I don't know if you want to consider it, but the ending of the one movie? I was about to say the ending of the second movie where he gets one for all for a little bit.
That movie is non-canon, right?
Or is it? Or I genuinely don't know.
The movie's canon is weird because technically all their shit lines up. They are referenced in the manga vaguely.
Yeah.
Just with like, you know, 9 having a very small panel in MVA, the mid gauntlets being a derivative of the full gauntlet from the first movie, stuff like that. It's like the movies exist. They fit in the timeline because the manga goes out of its way to open up spots in the timeline for a movie, it seems, especially for the second movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then the manga goes out of its way to barely acknowledge them.
Yeah.
So, like, they're canon.
Yeah, it's sort of like barely. Ruby Ice Queendom, where they're like canon adjacent is the word they use for it. Where it's like, yeah, it could sort of fit in the timeline, kinda. It's like, oh, sure.
It's
okay.
Just
Are we using that as the explanation?
That's the only explanation that we could have for now.
Got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. A lot of people are going to use this as like evidence that the fucking time travel theory is going to come through. It's not.
And I will kill myself if it is.
It's
bro,
literally
it's true, bro. You're in denial.
Bro, I am coping. I am seething,
bro,
in fact.
So wrong.
It's just not happening.
Bruh. Go ahead, Silver.
Well, no, because like I'm just thinking, like I'm still trying to consider like what kind of consequence could happen if this, assuming this is in fact a fake out. Because like I said, because again, and like assuming he does get brought back, there's no way he's gonna have like a shattered heart and not just face any kind of consequence just for being brought back. Because like if he ends up again and he's fine, and like a few months later, that's bad writing to me.
Bro, if Deku unlocks his final quirk and heals Bakugo, I'm shitting and pooping all over that chapter. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all know.
That would be really bad. I don't think that's gonna happen. Just on the setup of what it might be, but you know,
that's
maybe.
The most. That's kind of what I saw when this chapter first came out. Like, everyone was, not everyone, but a lot of people were just like, well, Izuku hasn't unlocked his last quirk yet. So,
bro, see, this is what's gonna happen, right? Right now, Bakugo got a hole pierced through his heart. What is the heart but an organ to pump blood throughout the body? So what's going to happen is his quirk awakening that allows him to use explosions all around his body. He's going to use it on his heart like an engine and pump his blood. It's going to be sick, bro. Just wait.
I mean, I kind of like the original theory we had where, or like, Best Genius would like try to stitch his heart back together.
Yeah, I've heard that one's been pretty
I've never heard that one. Damn.
The idea that he'll like control fibers to like stitch him back up. It is the most plausible theory.
I don't know, bro. The engine theory sounded pretty good, bro.
It's still dumb. If that's what happens.
We gotta get Kill up in here. We need them life fibers, bro. We need some life fibers to stitch this boy back up. God damn.
What do you guys think the reason is? Do you guys have any theories about why All For One remembered the second user when he looked at Bakugo?
I think it's just meant to be a parallel thing. Like when we learn about him, we're gonna see similarities between them. Cause that's just Horikoshi's thing. He loves to do shit like that.
Oh my god, yeah, he loves parallels. And I love
this moment, like this moment, this character's like this character. You see, like he does that. Like, parallels are not a Horikoshi exclusive. He fucking makes it feel like it sometimes.
Yeah. I'm not sure though, looking at it, like why he would remind him of him. Because it's not like,
I mean, we don't know anything about the second user.
Yeah, I was about to say, but I doubt it's gonna be like the appearance, because like they've looked the same for a while. Hence why people came up with that theory.
Yeah.
But it's something about it. I don't know. Maybe his power is very similar, but even then, I feel like that wouldn't be it. Mimosa finna jump series to revive Bakugo. That'd be some wild shit. That'd be some wild shit. Damn.
So you should do a poll in the chat to see how, like, who
actually, yeah, I was gonna bring this up.
Actually. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I didn't even think about that.
Bakugo live?
Okay, so
I think he's dead, but I'm not going to be surprised if he gets back up. That's my final position.
It's a tough one for me. Like, I want to believe he's going to get back up, but right now the evidence is not very strong in that favor.
Yeah, I agree. So you just need to believe, brother.
The guy's heart just freaking popped like a balloon. And I don't know how much believing is going to work there.
All right, boom. Like, I just posted it in the chat, y'all. Go ahead, Silver. Keep going.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna say he's gonna get back up. It ain't gonna be for a while, but he's gonna get back up eventually. That's my final stance.
All right.
He's gonna activate his domain expansion and get healed when he hits the jackpot.
Bro, he's simply going to just get over it.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, damn, what if I just didn't die?
Better.
Yeah, right? I'm simply above death. Baku packed agenda. Baku gone, bro. That's the agenda. I don't think he'll die, but if this was JJK or Chainsaw Man, he'd be super dead. That's true. Especially Chainsaw Man. That nigga's out of here.
Very much.
Fujimoto loves killing off his deuteragonists.
Yeah.
Like, he does that consistently.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
It's like, yeah, that boy's out of here. I feel so many ways Bakugo can survive this, plus Horikoshi hasn't seemingly been willing to kill anyone, plus this is a shonen. How do you think he can survive, please? Drop that in the chat.
Literally the only one I think is vaguely plausible is just Genus. That's it.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I don't see everything else just feels like Cope.
Yeah. Nobara's still alive, Cope? I mean, well, duh, obviously. Man.
Let me ask you, bro, if he's connected to One for All, do you think this would have killed Prime All Might in Shiraki's own words, bro?
I mean, getting stabbed to the heart will kill anybody.
I think the whole
All Might,
right.
Bro.
Oh shit, you right.
Get up over that shit, bro.
I think the whole thing is obviously like the chapter itself is going out of its way to like connect Bakugo to One for All in some way. And if it is like the second movie where it's like he just has some kind of connection to the vestiges and all that, cool. I think he's gonna die, and it's gonna be like in some way he sort of lives on as a vestige.
He's gonna go to he's gonna be like, hey, yo, what up, Deku?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing here? Ah, shit, bro.
Shit, nigga. Yeah.
I got
They
packed.
smoking
bro.
my packet,
I'm just
UA.
chilling.
I ain't gonna lie. I got packed the fuck up. You know what's crazy? I saw a slight deviation from the conversation. I saw a tweet of someone being like, yo, Bakugo's just not him, bro. Yuno would have found a way out. Megumi would have took him down with him. Shit, Sasuke would have murked that nigga. Bakugo's just not him. I was like, damn. Damn, bro.
Dude's out here hating, bro.
Damn, bro.
Here's the thing. I really don't want Bakugo to be a vestige because that would mean Bakugo and Deku are like stuck together for the rest of like Deku's life.
Fuck, you're right.
And the fucking Bakugo Deku shippers would be fucking. Oh my god,
bro, they are already
terrible.
like they are going crazy.
Fucking hinged. Like I can't deal with that, bro.
Yeah, I mean they're already going crazy, bro. There are literal like I've seen so many tweets of Baku Deku's being like Izuku's not literally he can't live on without Bakugo. He's just gonna kill himself.
What?
I'm
saw
so
that.
serious.
It's wild. It is.
I'm so
I have
serious.
never seen a shipping community just go so fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I
this
swear to
weekend
God,
has been
I go on
insane.
Twitter and I go through the MHA stuff and I only see shippers, and it's like I don't know if that's just everything that it is or if there's more and I'm just not seeing it because I'm like,
well,
nah.
no, you see, you have the shippers, and then you have the people making fun of the shippers.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I see that too. There's just so much.
That's
I'm like,
true.
Bro,
They've been out of pocket. Yeah, they've been out of pocket.
they need to go
yeah.
outside and get some bitches, bro. I don't know what the fuck's going on for real.
No, bro.
Like, here's the thing. I'm not all, I'm not holier than thou. I like shipping. I think shipping's
Yeah,
fun.
right. Shipping's
I
great.
don't give a fuck that much. God damn.
Yeah. This
When this new chapter comes
You
out,
got
my
people
immediate thought
losing
isn't how
sleep
the
over it.
fucking the
Dead
character
ass.
death affects the fucking ship.
yeah, it's bad. It's real fucking bad.
I mean, look, that's just the thing about ships, man. Sometimes they're the Titanic.
Yeah. We can only hope.
True. But yeah, I am man. The way I'm going to
chapter.
look at it, this is a very good chapter.
Here's the thing, yeah, like we've just been talking about the death. This is a genuinely really good chapter. Like the whole moment,
Yeah, for sure.
like
Yeah,
the
this is a
Quirk
great
Awakening, just visually is fucking sick. the whole moment with like the vestige about where he wanted the autograph, that's so sweet. Like I love this chapter.
Oh,
yeah,
I love that moment. That's probably
The
one of my
cards
favorite
all
moments by
crumpled.
far.
Right?
Yeah.
It's covered in blood. Yeah, I really hope he's dead because this is, I think,
Damn.
a very
what a
good
weird
death.
sentence out of context.
Bro. I'm just
Yeah.
blood
Oh,
hungry,
I meant
bro.
to
I don't know
ask
what
you
to
guys, since we're starting to move away from Bakugo, I feel like we've talked about that a lot already.
Yeah.
What do you guys think the reason is for the temperature rising? Because I don't know what that is.
That's so weird. Like that's so randomly there. A sudden temperature. A lot of people have been attributing that to like a combination of Endeavor,
And
Bakugo, and Shoto's fights, like collectively contributing to that.
Mhm.
I think that's the most likely theory. I mean, that's what I think. It's just there have been a lot of heavy firepower being fucking lit off.
There's
That's
been a lot
true.
of heat-based
Chapters, so-
attacks.
That's
Yeah,
very
so it's
true.
like-
War.
Which I
Yeah.
think is really cool because it's a really cool idea that just makes everything seem bigger. Where it's like their powers are so strong that they're literally affecting fucking nature. Like they're affecting the atmosphere, making it rain. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
I-
it's like, here's the thing. This man's dead because it's about to start raining. You don't, like, rainy weather is not where fucking triumphs happen.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
was about to say.
If this is the turning point in this final war where the heroes start losing, then I really like it. Especially because we have not seen younger. Well, okay, we have seen younger All for One on the magazine cover, but we haven't seen them show up back in the story yet. So I imagine when we go back to Endeavor in them, they're just gonna be fucked up.
They are going to be laid out. And this makes things so much more terrifying because, like, shit, nigga, if Bakugo can die, oh, yeah. Anyone can
Okay.
die.
This is let's continue with this train of thought. Let's say
Okay.
that Bakugo is dead. Like he's 100%. This is his death. This is the turning point in the war. This is when the heroes are on the back foot. This is when things seem like they're at their lowest, at their darkest. And then Deku's gonna show up, be angry, whatever. We'll have his character, his struggle, and then see the final battle and what's gonna happen with All for One and everything. Uraraka and Toga have not shown up yet. Like we haven't seen their.
Yeah, we haven't
yet.
seen their fight.
Yeah.
It is important. Like people
Oh,
like
it's
to
super
downplay it. Their
important,
fight's
yeah.
really important.
It's
This
one of the
is
most
why-
important
Sure.
going on. Yeah.
This is why I wanted to bring it up because it's like, it's possible. I think it would be weird, the sequence of events, because it's like I think we all agree that Uraraka and Toga are going to be fighting, and Toga's going to use twice his quirk and get the upper hand because obviously Uraraka has no fucking way to fight that. Like,
Yeah. Unless
like,
she gets a quirk
really-
awakening, that's literally the only way I can see her
Which-
combating that.
it's gonna happen, bro. Everyone's getting quirk awakening. Bro.
True.
That's me and Sky's agenda. But
Yeah, continue. I'm sorry.
Okay.
so it's like if we're agreeing on that point, that's like she's gonna pull out her, twice his quirk, and that'll like change the tide in her favor. It's weird that Horikoshi didn't show that first, because I feel like it would have been perfect setup where it's like you have Shoto and Dabi fight, and it's like looks like Shoto wins, but then you have that weird panel where it's like, oh wait, Dabi's not done yet, and then you have Endeavor fighting All for One. It's like Endeavor has the upper hand, he's winning, and then boom, All for One uses Aries quirk, and then it's like I feel like it would have made more sense if then he showed the Toga Uraraka fight and then ended that with Toga using twice his quirk, and then had the Shigaraki Bakugo stuff with Bakugo dying, because then it's like consecutively in a row, it's like the heroes have the
Getting
upper hand,
worse.
they're winning, and then they lose, or like they get
Mm.
on the back foot at the end.
That
And
is a good
then,
point.
After Bakugo's death, then Deku shows up, and that's when the tide turns back into their favor. I don't know. I don't know
It's
what's
weird
going
that
to
he is
happen.
holding off on the Toga situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
I was waiting to cut back to that for a while. Some people in chat are bringing it up now that they wouldn't be surprised if we cut away, maybe back to that. I'd be shocked to see we cut
That's
away
the
from
thing
this.
is like it's possible, and I definitely see that. But also, it's like, why would Horikoshi? Because he has a reason for all this. Like, why would he choose to have Bakugo die before showing the Toga, like Uraraka stuff?
Yeah, like why is
It
this
just feels like it would make more sense to show that before the death,
right? To save it.
Unless Bakugo's not dead.
Well, if that does
that was
happen,
so
then
such a convoluted way to reach that point, but I understand what you're saying.
Well, actually,
yeah, I was about to say, I
think
that makes sense.
I just thought about it at the very end where I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Why is all this happening? And I'm like, oh, maybe he's just not dead. I don't know. I still think he's dead.
Yeah. All of this because Deku was using Danger
weird.
Sense too much and got dragged by Toga. Yeah. If this happens, then that adds a huge level of consequence for Toga pulling him in, which, yeah, I wouldn't like that because I like Bakugo, but like, damn, that would really play up how important Izuku was to this whole thing, and
yeah, absolutely.
If that nigga gets murked, then shit. I like, this 2 weeks is gonna suck.
Oh yeah,
so
these 2 weeks.
This 2 weeks is gonna be terrible. Yeah. This 2 weeks is gonna be yeah, it's gonna be ass, bro.
Fuck.
It's gonna be
so
ass.
Is Jump Plus on break too? Like, is Chainsaw Man all them on break? Well, actually, no. Chainsaw Man's on break.
I was about to say Chainsaw Man is on break regardless.
Yeah,
but I don't
he's
know.
switching his schedule around. He's gonna be doing bi-weekly.
Good
every
for
2
him.
weeks.
Yeah,
Which
good for
works
him.
for the podcast too, because
Yeah.
it gives us not to have to talk about 5 chapters every week. A lot of chapters.
But man, dude, like, okay, I want to look through this before I do like any closing statements for this chapter, because I feel like we touched on a lot. We touched on the stuff with Tamaki already. I like Nejire's facial expression once like the beam hits, and you just like it looks like she's about to cry. She's like, how? Like I just a small thing, but I really like that. But I
really like the page where Bakugo gets stabbed through the heart and everyone's trying to stop Shigaraki, but they can't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The also, one with Shigaraki sort of blitzing him too, that was a good one. I'm sorry, Silver, go ahead.
Also, I gotta say, I kind of misinterpreted what was happening on this page for a moment. Because, like, originally we were talking about how, like the beads of sweat through his body, they were trying to find different outlets. So I thought the implication was that it was his own quirk that caused his heart to burst. There's, like, one of it.
No, yeah, he straight up just got stabbed.
I can kind of see what you're saying.
I thought of that too. It's just literally right where he gets hit by Shigaraki is where his heart is. So it's like,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I know. It's just like there's a lot happening on that.
There's
page,
a lot
so
happening.
It's hard for me to interpret. So,
damn.
Yeah, okay.
I just realized too. This is sort of kind of Bakugo's version of full cowling.
Oh,
which is fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
really a reverse, like he's learning from Deku.
Yeah, that's so fucking cool, man.
Do you guys think if Deku actually was here, like the plan, like it was planned out, do you think they would have taken down Shigaraki already?
I'm not sure, because because Baku, I mean, Shigaraki was saying like essentially we've reached our peak, like this is what we were building to. I think so too, but I think it's very interesting to hear that he's essentially gotten stronger.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do agree. If Izuku was here, then yes, I think they would have. It would have been hard, but they would have cleaned up Shigaraki.
Yeah. Also,
honestly,
the fact that Bakugo carried that fucking All Might card around his entire life. What a fucking dork.
Hey, bro, that's the reason why he had his hand in his pocket the whole time. He was just holding on to it. I honestly want character, but he's like, one day I'm gonna ask this nigga, bro. Honestly, I want bodies to start dropping because it rarely happens in MHA, even when honestly it should have, with characters like Hawks, Gran Torino, and Lady Nagant. Yeah,
I mean, I don't think Hawk should die.
I don't think Hawk should die either. I mean, I'm biased for Lady Nagant, so I don't want her to die either. She's still gonna come back, based. But Gran Torino absolutely should have died. There was no reason to
did you just
keep
call
him
yourself
alive.
based?
No, I called my theory for Lady Nagant.
Okay. I was like, you fucking stun locked me for
No. No. I'm not that crazy. Thanks. Whoa. But yeah, Gran Torino absolutely should have died.
Gran Torino's weird because I saw what he was going for at first, where he's like he's the constant reminder to Deku of like the option to kill, but it's like we haven't seen him since that scene, so he doesn't really fulfill that purpose, really. Like the cape does that fine enough as a symbol of that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
well, he's gonna show up, bro. He's gonna show up and help him. He's gonna kill Shigaraki.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like that theory?
You know, I've heard worse, so I guess it's not terrible.
Damn, that's pretty impressive, actually.
You forget what community we're talking about.
That's true.
Yeah, no, man. It's
let me look through some of these comments real quick. The page where Bakugo mentions how Deku fights through the pain and as we can still catch up is so peak. True.
Yeah, I love that.
Is he alive? Dude is in the hospital. Yeah, he's alive. We haven't seen any.
I heard someone try to suggest like we haven't seen him since then. He's in my book. He's dead until we see him again. It's like, yeah, man, fair enough. I guess.
Yeah,
like,
that's
whatever.
fair.
Whatever.
It's just that they receive injuries that should do them in, yet somehow they survive. Hawks was stated to have lost his spine or something. That's not true.
What?
He was stated to have lost his wings. Gran Torino showed up, was up against All For One Shigaraki and survived. I agree. But Hawks getting his wings burnt or whatever, I do think that is weird just to have them grow back and somehow he gets like prosthetics for his wings. I do think that is weird. Absolutely, I agree with that. But yeah, no, it was never stated that his spine was, he lost his spine. I mean, he was standing up the next time we saw him. That nigga would be jello, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
Hawks is he is disabled as far as like his normal status. That is the case.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hawks is fine. Gran Torino's the biggest issue, I think.
Yeah. Does blood on Bakugo's face look like All Might's silhouette? Where are you seeing this?
I can't like the two
fucking Rorschach
to
test
the side kind of look
yeah,
like his hair, I think, but that is
bro, I see a bunny.
A bit of a reach.
I just see a dead nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I see a bunny.
Yeah, I'm with Sailor on this.
It takes 2-3 days for him now. It takes a month. Not okay.
I don't know what part of our convo that's in reference to, but awesome.
Absolutely, I agree, PD. You're right.
The final page is really good.
Yeah, man. Like, genuinely, if this is the timeline we live in, this is fucking crazy. Genuinely fucking crazy to see Bakugo die.
Bro, Bakugo's like me now.
Nagant blew up and somehow survived, and he's a Hawks. Dark Shadow said there was nothing when they saw Hawk. Yeah, his back was burnt up. That doesn't mean he lost his spine, Jake. Yes, there's no more wings on his back. I agree. Yeah, Nagant surviving is good for me because I want her to live so my theory can be 30% right. So I see no problem with that.
I think she should have died.
Well, you're wrong. So,
bro, what else is new, bro?
But yeah, reread the chapter and Bakugo looks less dead than I thought. Nigga, how?
Dude, I don't know. This man looks kind of alive.
Hey, nigga, how? Hey.
Bro, I hope you do not become a doctor. Like any other aspiration, all you, man. You got this. Don't. Not that.
Motherfucker's gonna walk in, his arms cut off, and be like, shit, bro, you still got the other one. What the fuck are you complaining for? Like...
Oh man.
Yo, y'all are funny, chat. Holy shit. I love y'all so much. Y'all are funny.
Yeah, honestly, like we ain't trying to be.
I
mean
love
if we give
y'all.
A little shit.
No,
we give each
yeah,
other
I was
shit,
about
you
to
know?
say, yeah, I love
no,
y'all,
we
man. Y'all are fucking funny. Damn. Definitely Jiraiya ace level death if this does happen. Yeah, absolutely. One of the most iconic deaths in modern shonen.
Yeah, it's up there.
Whew. All right. Well,
If he keeps it, it will be remembered.
oh,
That is for sure.
absolutely. Absolutely.
This death is gonna ruin an entire generation of fucking Baku Deku shippers. Dude.
Oh my god.
They
yeah.
can't move on with their lives. Like it's over.
Bro hasn't moved for 40 minutes, bruv. Y'all laughing now, but watch him be right. You know what? That's crazy. He probably will be right too, and I'll be sad. But anyway, I've kind of exhausted all of my dialogue trees for this chapter. This is just fucking insane, honestly. Is there anything else you guys want to say before we move on to the next chapter?
Fuck, I feel like I had something. No, I think I'm good.
I was about to say, if you remember, you can just bring it up whenever you do. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to say, Silver Taco, before we move on?
Nope, bro.
I think I said everything I need to say.
Just a really cool power up too.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, bro.
fucking sick.
New
Here's the
pack in
thing.
the air is
The-
gas or what? Okay, I'm sorry.
The only fucking thing about like him being connected to One for All somehow is if we somehow see Deku use that power up. That would be so fucking cool.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't lie. That would be pretty sick.
That would be pretty sick.
That would be
But
pretty
other
sick.
than that, I got nothing to say.
Yeah. Damn. He'd still be alive right now if you niggas ain't gas him up. Damn. That's crazy.
What are we talking about next?
Next chapter. One New Pisua. How we
Alright.
feeling about it, fellas?
It was
It's
a good chapter.
yeah, you know, it's
Interesting
a,
chapter.
aside from like the plot shit, and we'll get to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a very nice cool down chapter. One thing I just love is like Luffy, Law, and Kid just feel like friends now.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
their dynamic is just so fun, and they're all like different in their own ways. Like they play off each other very well, is what I'm trying to say.
I like it because it reminds me of when they first met in Sabaody, but it's like they all things considered, they were pretty friendly towards each other in Sabaody. They got along
Yeah.
pretty well. Like they were claiming that they were rivals and enemies and all that, but really they were fighting together. They were hanging out. They were cool. But I like it because now it really feels like they understand each other.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like I think Kid, like Kid, Law, and Luffy, like they have this dynamic where they're like, yeah, that's what Luffy would say, or like that's what like Kid would say. Like I think they're pretty close now. Also, this chapter has Katakuri on the cover page, so automatic
Yes,
pronounce
Oh,
sir.
love seeing my man. again.
Legend.
I can't believe Germa escaped just to get fucking obliterated.
I
again.
know, bro. Legend Katakuri, bro. And he went straight into like an awakening technique. He's finna
Oh, yeah,
fuck
he's not
these
playing
niggas
with-
up. He's finna fuck these niggas up. Like, damn. Oh my god. I mean, like, bruh. This man basketball palmed, who was it? EGG's head the last time they fought. I don't even think he used his devil fruit when they were trying to get out of the tea party. Oh, he's finna slide on these niggas. That's crazy.
He off-screened fucking Ichichi.
Yeah.
He like
finna
ran up, punched him, and then
slide
the
on
next
him.
chapter he was holding him by his neck like,
Yeah.
bro, what are you doing?
He's like, damn. Damn. All right. Damn. All right. Cool.
I really I like seeing Kinemon. I like that we're getting stuff about Kinemon and meeting up with Utsuru again. I
Yeah,
think
that
it's
was
sweet.
cute. Yeah, that was cute.
It's like we didn't need it. We got the one panel where it was like everyone was partying and him and Utsuru were like cuddling.
They
or whatever,
raised
like,
up
hanging
their
out, looking
drink,
at the
yeah.
fireworks or whatever. Yeah, it's like that's all we really needed. But I like seeing like it, just seeing a little more of it because Kinemon is the most important Scabbard. He gets the most screen time.
Yeah, I like how he was talking about it, like, damn, man, she's still fine after all these years. This is amazing. And Raizo was like, I wish I had bitches.
My man
bro,
is dying,
he
bro.
almost did.
Oh my god.
thing.
No.
Okay, before we get in, hold on.
No.
Fellas, I want to say, this was a good chapter. But if any of y'all in the chat keep up with SBS or anything like that, y'all would be aware that Oda almost wrote the worst backstory in Shonen. Okay, that's an exaggeration. It's bad, though.
Okay, so for the people who don't know, I'll just run down it really quick.
Yeah,
so the whole thing is, Oda explained in the recent SBS that the reason why Raizo and Fukurokuju have like a rivalry, why they like hate each other, is because when Raizo was younger, Fukurokuju's sister was in love with him, and she like tried to kiss him, and he pushed her away, and she like fell down. And okay, this is where it gets weird, because the translation says, then on her deathbed, it just immediately says he pushed her down, then on her deathbed she like said his name, like Raizo's name, as her last words, and Fukurokuju took that as like a sign that she hated him, so he decided to carry her grudge and try to like kill Raizo. So
that shit is ass.
when I first read that, I thought he killed her by pushing her down.
That is Kuina, but worse.
Bro, she pushed her over, and this bitch went immediately to her deathbed. I think it's implying that over the 20-year time skip, she like got old and died or got sick or something.
Yeah.
But it's still dog shit. No matter what, that's still dog shit. I
Yeah,
hate
still
that.
a 2-pack
I'm
at
so
ass.
glad. This is the opposite of Senior Pink, where Oda created Senior Pink's backstory, was not going to put it into the story, was 100% going to leave it out, but his editor told him like, hey, that's really good, you should put it in, and he put it in, and everyone loves the Senior Pink fight. I think the same thing happened where Oda came with his backstory, and his editor was like, bro, don't put that shit in the story. Like,
oh my god.
bro,
You wanna know what's crazy? Under the tweet that was like talking about this, one of the top comments was like, Oda should have wrote this in the manga, and the response was, what the fuck? No, he shouldn't have.
Oda has admitted many times over the years that he does not like writing romance because he's bad at it. You know what? Maybe he's right. Maybe
that nigga is spitting. Yeah, that nigga. Hey,
ships don't have a place in One Piece.
Yeah, he understands his weaknesses, and I respect a man like that. Katakuri has already done more than all the big mom pirates in Wano. That's for fucking true.
That's true.
That is true, and also extremely true. Bro, what was the point of them even coming? No cap. Like, I remember thinking like, oh, we're finally going to see Smoothie actually do something, because she didn't really do anything in Whole Cake Island besides shoot some Getsu Gatenshos. No.
I brought this up because I talked about this like a long time ago. I made a big long Twitter thread about it. But I like the characterization of the Big Mom Pirates in that, in comparison to the Straw Hat Pirates and the Beast Pirates for like the climax of Wano, where it's like the Beast Pirates are a meritocracy where it's all built on strength. Whoever has the most merit, whoever has the most accomplishments rises up the ranks. So it breeds infighting, but it also makes them more competent overall as a crew. Whereas the Big Mom Pirates are subservient to Big Mom, who's the matriarchy. She's the mother figure. She is in charge. Everyone listens to her. All of their goals, all of their dreams are just there to serve her dream. So it makes sense that her crew is dog shit, because why would they? Like, why would any of them be any type of
like competent?
They're a bunch of mama
like
kids.
Yeah,
like they've been doted on and ruled by their mother their entire lives. They have no like ambition. They have no like.
They have no essentially like no common sense. Like not common sense, but like they're not nearly as competent. Yeah.
Katakuri's the only competent one because he is the big brother. He is the big brother of the crew. He had to get that way to protect everyone else. And I think that makes sense. And I do like that characterization. But also that means canonically they are bad at their job. Like, when Big Mom is not around calling the shots, they are ineffective. And I do like that when Big Mom is present, they are much better, because that's just the way they operate. And then I like the way that's compared with the Straw Hats, where they're not necessarily a crew, they're just a family, they're a group of friends, and that makes them more effective at what they do.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have a big Twitter thread about analyzing the structure of the Yonko crews and the Straw crew, but that's
where can they find that? At Sky Cadet 13?
Yeah, at Sky Cadet 13 on Twitter.
Gotcha.
I
will definitely be checking that out afterward.
What do you guys think about Carrot?
Okay, so this was kind of.
Nice send-off.
Go ahead, Zenith. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, it's just that's my whole thing. She has a nice send-off. I'm happy with how she's leaving the story. I don't dislike her. I don't love her as a character, so she gets a nice little conclusion. That's nice.
She'll come back during the final.
Yeah, she'll come back for sure.
She'll be the leader of the Minx during the final war, during whenever everything happens. But I think this is the best possible way for Carrot's character to go.
Same here. Like honestly, I don't think there's much else you can do at this point. Like she was gonna always go home at this point, so
she definitely wasn't going to join the crew, especially with what happened with her at Wano. I think it makes sense for Nekomamushi and Inuarashi to stay in Wano. Carrot. The thing with Carrot is she is very young. She's only 16.
I was about to say
she is a prodigy for her age.
Yeah,
like, her age, extremely powerful.
Yeah, I think it was just the fact that like I was not expecting her arc to go that way. So like when they're just like, you do it, and she's like, okay. Wait, what? Like the same reaction, girl. I was like, huh? What? It does make sense. Like you brought up, like I said, I was not expecting that at all.
I wasn't expecting it.
I was just expecting it to just be like, all right, well, I'm going back home. Wave bye to the Straw Hats. All right, see you, bye. I was not expecting it to just be like, oh yeah, you're in charge now. But
I like the way it was handled, where it's like, she inherited Pedro's will. She's like one of the few Minks to actually leave the country and see the outside world. She is technically a prodigy, even though she's weaker than the Dogstorm Three Musketeers right now. She will probably surpass them at some point as she gets older and gets more experience. Yeah. I think she's a good fit for the leader of the Mink tribe, and I like this conclusion for her character. I think it's really good. What was I gonna say? All right, never mind. I lost the
Carrot is gonna do the opposite of Vivi and come join the crew instead of going to her kingdom. I'm trying to cope. Hey man, I'm sorry.
Hey, yeah, I'm sorry too, man. Look, I was on, like I said last week, I was on that Carrot's gonna join the troop and the crew train for a long time, but we gotta accept facts here, man. It ain't happening.
I remember what I was gonna say. This makes sense based on what we know about the Mink tribe, because Inuarashi and Nekomamushi got chosen to be the kings like when they were very young, because they left the country and met Odin. Like they went to Wano when they were like fucking, I don't know, like 6
kids,
5. They were super young. Like by the time they finished their journey with Odin, Whitebeard, and Roger, and like came back, they were only like in their like early 20s, I think.
Yeah,
they were pretty young. So it's like, my original theory for Carrot was what I thought was going to happen for her character. This is like all the way back during Whole Cake Island. This was like a long time ago. Was I thought Carrot was not going to return to the kingdom. I thought she was going to form her own pirate crew. Because Pedro had his own crew, the Noct Pirates, who were entirely made of minks. I thought Oda was setting it up that Carrot, who was young and naive, who wanted to explore the world and who inherited Pedro's will, was going to become the new captain of the Noct Pirates, a crew comprised of minks, and join Luffy's fleet as a crew. So that way, Luffy now has like long arms, long legs. He has giants, tontadas. He has fishmen. Luffy's collecting all the fucking all the other people, the other
like fucking Pokemon
shit. Yeah, I thought
they're basically trying to do what Big Mom was trying to do all these
years.
But
like a more natural, more organic way of doing it. He's doing it because he's literally making friends with people. I thought that's what was going to happen. But this makes more sense, I think, of her becoming the new ruler. And it's still essentially the same effect where
I was about
Luffy
to say
now
she could still
has
come
another
in.
very close friend who's in a high place of power and is a different species, like a different type of human. So it's like,
yeah,
it checks all the boxes.
Because that's what I thought immediately. I was just like, oh, okay, well, she's like officially in the Grand Fleet now. Because, like, duh, she's obviously going to ally. Like, her and Zoe are obviously going to ally with the Straw Hats in, like, the final war and things like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I think about that. I was a little surprised, but sure. Carrot's cool.
So
I
we
like
had
Carrot.
Sukiyaki cut scene. Which
Motherfucker, this fucking Sukiyaki is like, I don't plan on telling them. This nigga is a fraud. He dead. He's just like, yeah, I don't plan on telling him.
My theory
and then
is
tells
that's not
him.
actually Sukiyaki. That's just someone else, bro, pretending.
Someone's
said,
cosplaying
yeah,
as Sukiyaki. Oh shit.
I do like the gag where Kinemon's just fucking oblivious to everything. Where he's
yeah,
just like, oh shit.
he's like,
Sukiyaki,
oh,
what?
yeah, he's like, oh damn. Fucking.
And I think it's nice that Momo and Hiyori have a living relative.
Yeah, I
living
do
member.
think that is nice. Like the one line where he was saying, like, it's after our parents died, it's nice to know we still have family. I was like, okay, you know what? This was worth it. It was a nice moment.
Yeah, it was.
But
yeah,
he's a fraud.
Pluton is in the country.
Okay, this scene's interesting because specifically Robin brings up Pluton and Frankie's like, he can't believe it actually exists, which I think is funny considering he had the blueprints. I think what he means more so is just the fact that the original's still around, maybe. I don't know what he meant by that. Why would he be surprised that it exists if he had the blueprints to it? Maybe
I think it is what you said.
so
I think it is
complicated.
just that Pluton is still,
the fact that the
like, the
original
original is still here. Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Like,
sense.
it wasn't being constructed.
I like that Luffy doesn't want to use it because that keeps his character.
Yeah.
So Caribou is the interesting one because Caribou
He knows where
has
two
been-
ancient weapons are now.
Yeah, so he has been. Right. What's the fucking Chekhov's gun? He's been the Chekhov's gun for a long time. Where he originally found out about Shirahoshi. Everyone, and I mean fucking everyone, theorized that he would tell Kaido and Big Mom about Shirahoshi. He did not. He still has that information. He's still walking around, and now he learned about a new ancient weapon. So it's like, who is he talking about? Like, who's this person he's going to tell? My only guess would be Blackbeard.
I was about to say, that's the most logical.
That was my first instinct
when
I saw that.
Right.
Which could be interesting. I guess we'll see. I don't know what the fuck Blackbeard's up to.
Yeah. Didn't you bring it up before too, Zenith, or maybe somebody else talked about it?
I brought it up.
That he was the one telling Blackbeard what was going on in Wano. That's how Blackbeard knows.
That was the first thing I thought of when I read the chapter.
Yeah.
I immediately sent it to the chat when I saw that.
Right.
Yeah, I like that theory. Because Caribou's interesting because he is technically a supernova in the sense that not of Luffy's generation, but after the 2-year time skip, he got a 200 million berry bounty in his rookie year. He's a rookie.
Okay. Yeah, I totally
Him
forgot
and
about
his
that
brother. Him and his brother. His brother is just fucked off. We don't know what's going on with him. He just died, I guess. I don't know. But so it makes me wonder because Caribou shows up to join the fake Straw Hat crew, believing that it was the real Straw Hats, and he planned on killing them from the start. And I think he even said he was going to kill. Oh fuck! I should reread that because now I'm like I can't remember. Take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. This could be entirely false. I'll go back and check it later when we're talking about something else. I think he specifically planned on killing Luffy to prove himself to someone else. He was going to give Luffy's head to someone else. It might have been Blackbeard the entire time.
Because I was trying to think back to like when he was first introduced to. I don't exactly remember if that was the case either. But I mean, it could also be a theory like he's going to try and feed this information to Blackbeard, earn his trust, and then try to kill him as well. I'll just like
that's possible. That shit ain't gonna work out for him. But
I mean, obviously he's gonna get his ass kicked completely by Blackbeard, but that doesn't mean he's not gonna try.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. If Buggy's an emperor, anybody can be, bro. He'll get Blackbeard to follow.
No,
him.
no, bro. Buggy got the fucking. Bro.
Yeah, he'll get Blackbeard to follow him, bro. It's okay.
All right, so I guess that's a pretty natural segue.
Hey, I'm good at it.
Into easily the craziest fucking thing about this chapter.
Yes.
this like actually changes everything. Like just the entire dynamic of
and
the
not
One
just
Piece
for the
world.
meme of like Buggy, Yonko, two strong
Yeah,
people under
no, like
him.
he
Yeah.
actually matters as a world power with this move. To
Mhm.
make bounties for Marines is the biggest middle finger that someone could ever do to the world government right now.
Yep.
To completely undermine like the very system that gives their authority over pirates practically is the bounty system that says, hey, these are the bad guys, hunt them down, hate them.
Mm-hmm.
It completely undermines that entire system if this catches on.
Actually, I think it's interesting because in the official translation, Kid, he doesn't say this in the unofficial, but he says the Navy's been used to doing all the chasing, but these days they have to fear assassination from civilians.
Which is
So it's
really
not even
interesting.
necessarily pirates. It's just
Yeah.
anyone. Anyone can claim a bounty on a Marine's head.
Like, I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that. Like, obviously, it would give pirates way more incentive to go after Marines, if they got bounties on them now. But like the idea that even civilians would start to take action too was a complete
Yeah.
game changer.
That's the thing, is technically speaking, the bounties on the Marines is a much more effective system, because the bounties on pirates like is really cool and everyone loves bounties, right? That's one of like the hallmarks of the series. The bounties are pretty ineffective when you think about it, because Oda never introduced very powerful bounty hunting characters to claim these like really high bounties, like of like hundreds of millions and more.
Bro,
up to the
Zoro's right
billions.
there. He's gonna betray Luffy at the end and say
Bro,
he's
Zoro's
gonna take
a
him
fraud, bro. Zoro's a fraud, bro. This dude couldn't even kill Kaido.
in. True.
Um,
Speaking of Kaido, though, holy fuck, Advanced Conquerors was animated last night. That shit was hype. Anyway, I'm sorry.
the bounty system for the pirates, it's cool, but ultimately it's flawed because there's no strong bounty hunters. We can assume there are out there in the world, but we've never seen them. So it's like there's no powerful bounty hunters to claim these really high bounties. The only people that could do so would be the like high up Marines, like vice admirals and admirals, who don't get bounties. They don't get paid if they take out pirates. It's just their job. And the bigger pirates who could take each other out, but the pirates can't get money from the Marines. They're not going to pay them that if they have their own bounty. So it's like the bounties don't matter, really. But the bounty on the Marines, the bounty on the Marines do matter.
Absolutely.
Because like you said, anyone can claim them. Because even a Marine, if a Marine decides to switch sides and kill his like crewmates, like he could claim those bounties. Literally anyone can claim these bounties.
Yeah. That's the scary
And I think that's
shit,
really
man.
interesting. Yeah.
You're out here doing patrol and you got a knife in your back all of a sudden. That's wild. Like, that's wild, bro. Like, especially with everything going on right now with the revolutionaries as well. Sheesh, that's probably why it's been so crazy. Because at first, when we got some little inklings, we got some sprinkles here and there about the outside world and people saying like, "Ah, it's hell out here right now." I was thinking like, okay, well, it just sounds like at worst the warlords didn't get captured. That's about it. But this is so much more severe than I thought. Now I'm kind of unsure, because I know like Boa Hancock, that was the name that was going around for someone that's gonna be captured. I thought no. I still think no. But if you believe that she is, I think that adds a lot more evidence, or I guess a lot more credibility to that theory that she is, because this is way more important than the warlords not being captured at all.
To me, this chapter confirms that the warlords have not been captured. Because right now, the world government they're just taking L after L.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't had a single win this entire time, as far as we know. And they are desperate to hold on to their power. Right now, they would take any win they could and spread it around to like maintain that.
Yeah,
The
that's
fact that
true.
we haven't heard about any of the warlords being captured means it probably hasn't happened.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Marine Culling Game Marine Edition. True.
This lineup of the Cross Guild I think is extremely interesting to me because I think Mihawk doesn't fit.
What do you mean?
Okay, so Cross Guild.
I mean, other than him just working with Buggy. Sorry, go ahead.
So the name of it's the Cross Guild. A guild is like, you know, a group formed of people working together, collaborative effort for profit, shared profit. That makes sense when you look at Buggy and Crocodile, because Buggy and Crocodile, both former warlords. Buggy owned a mercenary business. Crocodile owned a bounty hunting business.
Mm-hmm.
Buggy profited off of Doflamingo's fall, and Buggy also, I'm assuming he did find Captain John's treasure, because that was like a big thing. So what I'm guessing is Buggy had a lot of money. He had a lot of treasure, a lot of capital just sitting around. And when he escaped the Marines, he took it with him. I think Buggy is the one that came up with the idea to put bounties on Marines' heads as a way to protect himself, because he's a coward. He doesn't want to be hunted. So instead he decided to make the Marines the ones that are being hunted. And he's using all of his money to achieve this. It makes sense that Crocodile would also join this organization because he owned a bounty hunting organization, Baroque Works, and we don't know what he's been up to the last 2 years. Maybe he restarted Baroque Works, so he's also profiting off of Buggy. They're working together. Buggy has access to Crocodile's bounty hunters, and Crocodile has access to Buggy's treasure. Why is Mihawk there?
I think I can understand why Mihawk is there. And I don't think it's for the same reason as the other two, but I think it's very fitting for what we know about his character so far. Is because right now, with this sort of, you know, power under his belt, Buggy is going to be making waves, as we've discussed, as very vehemently believe.
Absolutely.
Right now, in Mihawk's introduction, he was just a guy who was going around doing shit for the fun of it. He chased down like an entire fleet just because he was bored. And I think, like, when we last see him, and you know he's about to be he's threatened to be captured, he's excited. I think he's doing this just to sort of see what happens, because I think the way Mihawk has always been portrayed is just a very aimless character who, I mean, like, we talked about this before, Taco, where it's like, it's as you said, he's already succeeded in his dream, you know?
Yeah,
like, there isn't a whole lot to do.
Life. Yeah.
So I think that's why he's here. It is a direction that is going to put him directly in the limelight of the world's government.
If that is the
like,
case,
the major
I would like
war
that.
shit.
I do like that.
I was about to say that is a good reason for it.
Because, well, this is another interesting thing about Cross Guild is, like, again, they're not I like this. They're not a pirate crew. They're a guild. But they're a guild made of pirates. And I think it's interesting because I've seen people talk about this where the name is Cross Guild. Maybe the guild was named after Mihawk. Maybe Mihawk is actually the leader. But the Morgans and the media portrayed it as Buggy being the leader because of all of his lore and hype and build up and all these things. But it's like Buggy isn't the leader. They're a guild. They're all working together. I don't get the impression, like, even Zoro brings it up. I think that's Oda. That's Oda giving us.
Realistically speaking, there's just no universe I could picture or Crocodile and Mihawk taking orders from Buggy. Like, that's just not something that happens.
Mihawk and Crocodile aren't working under Buggy. They're working together, like, hand in hand. Yeah. But Buggy's being portrayed as the leader, which I like. I think that's interesting. But I like that interpretation of Mihawk. I think that's cool because realistically, I think just off the top of my head, if we're looking at former warlords, I think Weevil and Miss Bakken would have been a better fit. I'm interested to
see what the fuck they're doing right now. I'm sorry.
Continue. Because Weevil was a bounty hunter. He was specifically hunting down the former Whitebeard pirates, collecting their bounties and trying to find. Well, Miss Bakken was forcing him to do it so she could find Whitebeard's treasure. So I think it's interesting that Mihawk ended up being the one to join the Cross Guild and not Weevil. But Weevil and Hancock are
They could always end up joining later on
it's possible.
more her power, so that's something. Oh yeah, and just as a slight side note, I just want to address this one comment in from Luffy, where he's calling Buggy an idiot. Like, I don't know, like, I just find that fucking hilarious.
You know he's an
like,
idiot, right?
This is also
like Luffy of all
another...
people is calling you an idiot. It's just like, wow.
Well, this is another thing to consider about Cross Guild is Buggy, Crocodile, and Mihawk all know each other. They're not strangers. Mihawk fought Buggy during Marineford. Mihawk knows Buggy's a fraud, and Crocodile does too. Crocodile fought alongside Buggy during Impel Down. He saw him being a coward. He saw how weak he was. Mihawk and Crocodile did not join Buggy under the misconception that he actually is powerful. They fully know what he is and who he is. So that, I think, makes their dynamic even more interesting, because I want to see a page of those three interacting and what they're saying to each other.
Right.
In contrast to the portrayal we're getting with this really sick page of the poster with the three of them on it, because it's really cool looking.
I love like the circus.
Like, there's gonna be like a color version of this. I guarantee you it's gonna look amazing.
Yeah. God, man, I can't wait to see.
Pretty much the only thing left to talk about in the chapter is I really like the scene where the three of them are picking their routes. I also like that the routes aren't defined, so it's like a bit of a mystery because we don't know where we're gonna head up next, the next island we're going to.
Yeah.
I love the scene where Luffy's like, "Damn, I lost, even though I'm the Emperor of the Sea," and he like sticks his tongue out at Kid. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the one before that too, where he's like, "Oh, I lost at straws. I'm sorry, everyone." And Usopp's like, "Nigga, every island is dangerous. We don't care."
I really like that Law gives Kid the road poneglyph.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's exactly what I mean, where it's like they feel like friends, you know?
I will
and he
say,
plays it off, it's like, well, it wouldn't be fair. It's like,
yeah, it wouldn't have been fair, bruh. I will say one thing I didn't like. Luffy didn't keep the fucking captain's coat, bro. Why?
Yeah,
keep it on.
Everyone else has a coat on.
I know. Law kept his coat.
Bro,
Oh my god.
Law got the fucking...
Maybe it was just a hot day out or something.
Well, Law has the fur on. Kid has the fur on.
Sun god. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, they all got the fur on. Luffy, you can throw on the coat, bruv. Throw on the coat.
It's just allergic.
Maybe they're just trying to look cool then.
Ah, well, he looked cooler with it on, bro. Damn.
Go on,
bro, he'll put it back on when he needs that power, bro.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The clout coat.
The clout coat. Shit, I need me one of them. No cap.
But do you guys have any guesses for who the man with the burn scar could be? It has to be a man who might have information on the final road poneglyph.
Okay, so my thing was, and I brought this up when we were talking off the record, I thought it was Crocus, but of course he has the scar and not a burn. But I was bringing it up to somebody else that I know, and they said, well, yeah, it may not be him, but if you guys remember the cover story, he was talking to somebody, and it looked like they were... I don't know if they were like, it looked more so like they were from Wano, or I don't know where the fuck they are now, but it may be the person that Crocus was talking to. So that might be the person with the burns and all that shit. Or marked by flame.
Does your friend recall which chapter this was?
I can, let me see. It was, let me see. I can just send it to the Discord.
I have pretty much 3 guesses. The one I believe, the one I think is true is I think it's a completely new original character.
That would be my guess too.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't helpful because that's just like, well, we just don't know. And we won't know for a long time. My second guess would be Aokiji. But I don't know why Kid would refer to him as the man with the burn scar. Because Aokiji is pretty famous. I mean, he's former admiral. He does have a lot of burn scars though.
True.
And then my third guess would be Scopper Gabon, because Scopper Gabon is the only major, like, important member of the Roger Pirates that has not played a role in the current story. And he would probably have information on the road poneglyphs. But he doesn't have a burn scar in the backstory. Yeah, we don't know if he has a burn scar. So it's like, that could just be I don't know. Like you said, I think it's just a new character. I think it's just someone we don't
Yeah,
know
I
yet.
think that would make a lot of sense too. I'm about to send it to the chat. It's not the chapter number, but it's just the picture. Whatever. Where you at, bitch? I just took a picture of you. Where you at? That when I was working on Will that send? That's looking like a different file. This is what they sent to me. Let's see if this will send. No, it won't. Never mind. All right, but I'll pull it up on stream real quick. Hold on. I'll pull it up on stream. No problem. No problem. No problem. God damn, I got lost in the fucking text. Where the fuck is this shit at, man? They pinged me for it and everything. Where the fuck is this shit at? That's the Chainsaw Man trailer, which does look good. Does look fucking good. Okay.
Oh yeah,
so
that
I'm about to
fucking
pull it up right
Chainsaw
now.
Man trailer was so good.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I got it here. Let me put the display over this. So this was the guy, chat, that he was saying. Again, don't have the chapter number, but this dude looks like he's from Wano. They were saying it might be him. We don't know shit about him, so he's essentially a new character. So we don't know anything about him, so it might be him.
It's weird that he didn't show up during Wano, even though he very clearly has like Wano clothing on.
Yeah. So we don't know, but that's like, I guess, my best guess for now.
I could see that. I think it could be him because that's definitely not. Because the theory for the longest time was Scott Gabon, but
I
Scott
forgot about that.
Hair. That guy has blonde hair.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think it's him.
Damn, it's been so long. But yeah, I got no idea. I will say something that I do have an idea on. It's pretty much confirmed at this point. Yamato's joining.
Yamato's joining.
Yamato's joining.
I'm coping.
Bro, I'm sorry.
I'm coping.
Yamato is definitely going to join.
Zenith and I had a long conversation about this last night, but the way I feel about Yamato is I like Yamato. I don't love her. I think the hate for her is a little overblown. I think because I understand the reasons people have against her joining the crew. And I agree with them to some extent, but also the way I look at it is because a lot of people don't like that she believes she's Kozuki Oden. They think she's delusional and they think she should live as herself, and they don't feel like her character arc was impactful enough to justify her joining the crew. What I would say to that is not every Straw Hat gets their major character arc or major character moment when they join the crew. Like Nami and Robin specifically, the only other two female characters, which I'm not getting into the Yamato female, male, whatever the fuck.
I mean, it was already confirmed in an SBS that she's a girl.
Okay, so Nami and Robin didn't get their like big moments until like multiple arcs after they joined, which I don't think we have a whole lot left of the story, but I think we have a good enough amount that Yamato can get some shine. And the biggest criticism people have, like I said, is that she's delusional. She wants to be Oden. My two things with that is either one, because it could go both ways. It's either one, I don't think Oda sees it as a detriment because I don't think her believing she's Oden has ever affected her negatively in any way.
No.
If anything, it's been a positive reinforcement for her. It's like helped her. That's what kept her going for 20 years for Luffy to show up.
I think
like,
where that comes
that
from is
like
just I think it's just the theory, because a lot of people, myself included for a while, had the idea that it's like, oh, well, her character arc is going to lead to her learning to love herself and not see herself as Oden. And it could be. We still could get that. It's just not right now, which is kind of surprising. Yeah. Especially with her sudden inclusion in the arc, for sure.
I don't get the impression that Oda thinks it's like a thing that needs to change, just based on the way he's been writing her. But even if it is, it's like, she needs to leave Wano. I don't see, because people are like, well, she should stay in Wano. It's like, I think staying in Wano is the worst thing that could happen for her character, because she needs to leave and grow as a person. And she's not going to do that staying in Wano.
That's why what I wanted to happen was for her to take over the remnants of the Beast Pirates. That's and just travel around with them. Like, I thought that would be cool. you know?
Nah, bro. Otama's gonna control him.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like I think that could have been a good option, but yeah, they're just gonna be subservient to Otama. Otama's their leader.
Yeah.
How the mighty have fallen, bruv. Damn.
I don't know.
Or
I
the
think
Beast
Yamato.
Pirates more like the least pirates.
Got him.
I think,
GG's.
I think Yamato will be a good fit on the crew. I like her. I think her dynamic. We haven't seen it yet, but I think her dynamic with the crew members could be fun. And it's like
Yeah.
the whole Kozuki Odin thing. Odin needed to leave Wano to like grow as a person. And we can see that because when he came back from Wano and he sees like Toki was shot by the arrow and he gets angry and she's like, don't get angry over this. He's like, you have no idea what I used to be like. And then he goes to kill Orochi and Kaido. And then they tell him like, look, you can kill us right now, but we're going to kill as many civilians as possible. And because he went on that journey, because he had that growth as a person and he learned the true history and all those things, he decided not to fight them. And it's like, it's interesting because in the long run, they suffered a lot more. But it ended up being a positive because he knew that in 20 years, like Luffy, not specifically Luffy, but like the new generation of pirates would come and like free Wano and liberate Wano. And it would be the correct time. Because there was no point in freeing Wano at that point in time because they were too early anyway. They needed Shirahoshi to be born. So it's like he grew and matured as a person on his journey. I think the same can be for Yamato, especially if she's going with the Odin parallel.
But at least Robin and Nami felt like good, cool, important characters that have a place on the crew. Yamato just came out of nowhere and she feels useless to the crew. I would not say she feels useless to the crew.
That's pretty subjective.
Yeah,
like,
I was about to say that's a pretty subjective argument.
I think what they mean by that is like
her role specifically.
Like, yeah, because it's like, you know, she's strong. We have strong people already. I think outside of combat, there is a limit to what she contributes for sure.
Okay, yeah,
sure.
Which I mean, that's fair because it's like early on when, you know, the different Straw Hats were being recruited, they all had very clearly defined roles. Hell, even Jinbei, who got recruited like recently, is the helmsman. Like that is a very important role. So I guess that is one thing where it's like it's hard to distinguish what she does besides fighting, you know?
Yeah.
Which that's fair.
Yeah, that's a fair criticism then.
Yeah, but also it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, that's a fair criticism, but she could get a role later.
True.
That's also true. Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah, I mean that could also just play into how she's trying to find about her own role, all about trying to find herself, often not be just simply Odin, but Yamato.
Yeah, I think that I'm just gonna stick with what I said before. It's like I think her leaving Wano is important for her character to grow as a person.
Yeah,
because the only way these criticisms people have towards her are going to be resolved is by her growing. People don't want her to grow because they don't like her and they don't want her on the crew. They would rather just her be insignificant and like left behind. But I don't know. I like Yamato. I think she's cool. So we'll see.
Yeah, I hope Yamato gets some more. I'm sure she will once she does end up joining. My thing is my guess is that she'll join up with the crew and then we'll find out her bounty along with everyone else's when that happens. It's probably the reason why we haven't seen everybody else's bounties yet.
Yeah, I'm very curious to get everyone else's bounties.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it'll be no. Odin's was way too big. She's not getting the same. I was about to say.
Hopefully, the next chapter might just be. I'm hoping it'll be the final chapter of Wano.
Same. I'm hoping it'll be like we'll see. But I feel like it'll be mainly centered around Yamato, more? So probably won't be a bounties chapter.
We gotta get Momonosuke and Kinemon saying goodbye because I think that'll be like a big moment.
That's very true.
I think we can get both of those in one chapter. Or one,
yeah,
and the focus is on Yamato, Kinemon, and Momonosuke.
I think that would work.
I've seen people bring up like the parallel, like we might get a moment where Whitebeard tried leaving the country and like Odin like hitched a ride. Like maybe Yamato will do something similar.
That's probably what it is. She's probably just waiting. She probably saw him. There was like, we're heading out. She's like, okay, I'll see y'all later. And she's just standing there on the roof. She's just waiting. Looks like they're far enough. Okay. All right. Let me come on down. Let me run and catch him real quick. Like, it's probably what she was waiting on. At least in my mind anyway. So she can continue her Odin cosplay. But hey, whatever's going on, I think it's inevitable she joins. I'm hoping next chapter.
Sleeping Danger brought up. He said she'll be the Odin and log the final leg of the journey.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair, but like at the same time,
I mean, that's
I
like
really
it's not something that needs to happen.
Yeah,
but you know, it could be cool if it's like if she logs the journey, and like at the end of One Piece, it's like that log kind of inspires some future generation or something like that. Like that'd be neat.
That would be cool. Yeah. I hope she joins.
Could also
just because
like a meta thing, and basically the logbook of Shonen at the end is what we've been reading the whole time in a way.
That would be kind of wild if like the narrator became Yamato. Like that'd be wild if like after she joined. That would be pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah. I think one reason that Yamato gets a lot of shit, and it's like on a gut level it makes a lot of sense, but like realistically it's not completely fair. And it's like she is an Odin cosplayer, but like Odin's just like, in my opinion, one of the best characters in the series, just easily. And she isn't. So it's like
I
she's
think
like,
it
I'm
is.
Kazuki Odin. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not.
I think it's
I don't know, just on a gut emotional level, I can see that being the case.
Especially from a point too where Yamato is thrown in the middle of this big battle and suddenly she's like very important. I think that's another thing too, because that is one criticism that I agree with.
Yeah, she just shows up.
Yeah, she just shows up and it's just like, hey guys, I'm really powerful, I'm on your side, and I'm super important to the plot. And it's like, oh, cool. Like, I will agree that her entering the story was a bit weird. Well, I don't think I have problems with her entering the story. It's just what she did afterwards and my expectations for her afterwards. I will admit that is absolutely a fair criticism to be had. But at this point, all I can do is just hope for more. I like Yamato, so I hope she gets better. As weird as I feel about her in some aspects, I hope she does get better because I like her. I saw something saying...
It looks like she's going to join the cruise, though. We're going to be with her for a while.
For sure. I saw something saying Momo is going to learn to make poneglyphs from Sukiyaki, and he'll be the ones... he'll make the ones the Straw Hat's journey, and that's what we're reading. So it's like his own little log thing. Okay, that's interesting. I never thought about that before. That's cool. I wouldn't be mad at that. Give Sukiyaki some fucking reason to exist. Wait a minute. That's interesting. I'm sorry. I literally this could amount to nothing, but it's just the thought of that there are niggas who can read poneglyphs in Wano now, and an ancient weapon is there. I don't know. That's very interesting.
Shit.
That's very interesting.
Read the poneglyphs.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's very interesting.
And it just this very chapter talked about how vulnerable Wano is.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
That.
Oh shit! My God.
They're fucked. Ow, wow. I haven't seen anyone.
And if we're right about
Caribou,
you know, talking to Blackbeard.
Holy shit! Yeah, I have not seen a single person bring that up. That's a big deal.
Wow, like that. As I was reading that comment, that just hit me, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh no!
Whoa! The end of Wano, I guess.
Yeah, end of the arc, end of the country.
What if it's literally the chapter? Like, what if it literally is like the chapter the shots leave? It ends with Blackbeard like being outside Wano. And it's like,
oh no! Come on, man! That's just too.
Oh
that's just too cool.
God!
It's like all the setup is there. It's very possible.
Yeah, right.
No,
That's why it's like, oh,
I mean,
no.
That's just fucking cold. It's like they've just got their freedom, and now they got it's fucking Blackbeard. Like Momo taking on Blackbeard.
I think that would make sense because it's like Blackbeard needs someone who can read the poneglyphs. Sukiyaki and Robin are the only two we know of that can read them, and it's like,
I mean, literally the only other thing is like, he's into archaeology, so he'll learn. It's like,
yeah,
that's a possibility. Sure,
it's a possibility.
Like,
Of course, if we're gonna go along that vein, I guess as Wano could still be spared if Sukiyaki made a deal with him. Like he'd go with Blackbeard in return for
he sacrifices himself. He does something that he wasn't able to do before and shit like that.
It's been a theory for a long time. It's not original. It's been like a super fucking. A lot of people think it. Blackbeard's gonna get Pluton, and then Frankie will have to turn the Sunny into a new Pluton to fight it. If Blackbeard comes to Wano and kidnaps Sukiyaki to read the poneglyphs, he will probably take Pluton as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And that
especially since he has
Blackbeard Pirates.
He has Whitebeard's fruit too. It's the perfect thing to tear that down.
Oh yeah, you can break Yeah, that's happening.
These niggas are fucked.
There's no fucking way.
Oh
that's
my
really cool,
god!
I have not seen because there's been a lot of theories about Blackbeard showing up, but like what exactly he would do, like I don't think anyone's really guessed yet. That's pretty interesting.
Oh my god, these niggas! He's about to slide on him, bro. Oh no! Whew. Well,
they're about to get fucking packed.
Yeah, so we about to have another week of Packwatch when chapters come back. God damn. But speaking of Packwatch, I'm down to talk about Black Clover if y'all are. You want to transition?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, One Piece was good, very good. Funnily enough, I don't really have anything bad to say about this chapter. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, we were really hoping something else would happen, and it's like, it's not terrible that it didn't happen, just a little disappointing as all.
It's exactly what we didn't want to happen, but that doesn't mean it's bad.
Exactly.
Like, that was just our headcanon being wrong. And it's like, this could still be done well. I don't like it, but,
I guess we should elaborate. So we were talking about the two souls thing, and if you were there for our podcast right before Black Clover went on hiatus, we were talking about, we really hope that Lucius and Julius are the same person, that there isn't like a dual personality thing going on, that he is just a manipulative piece of shit, and that would be a really cool dynamic with Asta as a manipulator and stuff like that. Like, we thought that would be really interesting as opposed to redoing the whole deal with Patri and stuff. That didn't happen. And naturally there's a little disappointment because we all thought that would be really cool. We're not gonna just outright dismiss it though. We're not,
it could still be done well.
It could still be done very well. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like I like Patri and fucking what's his name?
Vengeance.
William, I think.
Yeah, William Vengeance. Yeah.
Vengeance. So it's like,
why do I remember his
I think this could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I can say that I don't like is it's like how did Julius not know?
Yeah.
Okay, we just need some clarification,
Yeah.
which I'm sure we'll get it as it goes on. But it's like, because Vengeance and Patri, they were two souls in one body, but they knew of each other. They were friends. That all these things. It's like Lucius and Julius. Julius had no idea who Lucius was, or I guess maybe he did, but he didn't know he was bad. Like, he didn't know he was evil. Maybe.
How did he live with this guy in his body?
Because they are talking to each other. So they must
decades, right? Like, he's in his 20s at least, right?
I think he's older than that.
Right?
So he's like in his 40s.
Didn't know this man was evil somehow. I don't know. It's like, I would like a bit of clarification on the mechanics of how this whole two souls thing works, because as of now, seems a little unlikely.
I think they did know about each other, because at the start...
after reading it again, I think they did know about each other. It's just Julius didn't know that Lucius was evil.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
how
all right.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a bit weird, because it's like Julius is the Wizard King. He's extremely intelligent. It's like he has to
He's
deal
not an
with
idiot.
he has to deal with like running a country and running an army and doing like political shit. It's like, how did he not figure out that Lucius wasn't like kind of weird?
I feel
a bit
that.
odd.
Yeah,
for
got
sure.
nothing for that. I don't know.
I never thought about that,
I'm
so
curious.
yeah, I got nothing for it either.
Right. I hope that there is a reason and it's not just brushed away, because that's a little silly.
Listen,
Other than that, I don't really have a major problem with this whole thing. I do just feel like this whole thing is going a little fast. Like, I don't know why we're
that's
already here. That does bug me a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that last page is really sick.
Oh, I love that.
I love that shit.
I am ready to see this man dual wield and shit. Like, I want to see him combo the swords and all that stuff.
Really
be
awesome. As post-time skip design. I think it looks really good.
Yeah, it's cool.
It showed in the panel of Lucius pointing at Julius's head that he probably erased Julius's memory because he predicted the future. Julius would try to stop him. Oh, maybe.
How though? How did he do that? I want to
It
know.
might just be
Well,
it might just be an ability he has that we just
right.
don't know
Maybe.
yet.
I mean, we didn't see that with the pottery situation, so I'm kind of like, obviously 2 souls in 1 body. I'm basing it off of that, since that's our our prior experience with the concept in the series.
Well, yeah, but I think the one difference we have to consider is that Patry and Vengeance were a bit more united.
They were
in a
friends.
Sense.
They were friends.
Yeah, exactly. But
So,
Lucius and Vengeance don't seem to have quite the same relationship.
This is somewhat new territory, and it's hard to tell what the deal is.
Lucius. So Lucius.
That's all I'm saying is I would like an explanation.
Lucius is capable. So Lucius must have some way of hiding himself, because Lucius has a contract with a devil, and he's in the same body as Julius, but Julius wasn't capable of sensing the devil energy inside of himself. So it's like, that's either dumb or there's an actual explanation for it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's all we're saying.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll probably get an explanation later.
I will say real quick. Listen. Black Clover Twitter, if y'all don't use the panel of Asta saying no, you're not him as a reaction image, y'all are hustling backwards. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. I just saved that shit to my phone. So like, if y'all don't use that shit, trust me, nigga, I will. I will unload the clip. And speaking of that, hold on, let me load up another song for y'all, because we've been talking for so long. I gotta load up another OST for you guys so you can hear in the background.
This wasn't a bad chapter. I liked it. I'm excited to see this fight. I think Lucius is gonna fuck up Asta.
He's about to dog walk that nigga.
I am
absolutely.
Excited about here is Asta is about to lose would be his first loss, like his first actual
loss. Yeah,
that's true. That is
because his other losses have been the tie in the.
When they just snuck him, and
him like losing Yami after beating Dante. It's like, that's not really
that wasn't a fair fight.
It's like, this would be his first actual loss. Unless the series ends here, but I'm not gonna.
No way. I'm
going to give benefit of the doubt. I'm not a dickhead.
I will say I really like Lucius's whole plan. While it is like a pretty standard shonen antagonist plan, like, yes, I will create equality by opposing or fucking destroying everybody and all this other shit equally. I will create equality. I like this.
Now, because this was something that was theorized for a long time, is that somehow like the 3 like magics, because they had like body magic, bone magic, and blood magic. And like somehow that would be combined to like make bodies somehow. Like, that's been theorized for a long time.
Okay.
And it is cool to see that come to fruition.
Yeah. I like that, the whole thing, because that sort of goes back to the earlier stuff in pre-time skip Black Clover about how so many people were oppressed and how unfair the world was. It was nice. Like I said, I understand this is a very generic thing for a shonen antagonist to do. But I feel like it fits Black Clover's world so much more than any other play. Like, My Hero is doing it right now, and I feel like Black Clover, it works way more, this sort of premise anyway. But I enjoy it. I enjoyed what happened in this chapter. I thought this was good. You can stop commenting and telling me that I don't like Black Clover.
Here's the thing. We are biased, but to, like, good writing. True, and that is for true. And I thought this was good. I thought this is a very good chapter of Black Clover.
This chapter wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I saw the leaks and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" But no, the chapter itself was pretty solid. I'm not.
I'm still going to hold out hope that Lucius is going to pull through. Oh, that he can be a very good final antagonist.
Yeah, me too.
I hope so. It depends, because it's like, here's the thing. His plan is, it's generic, like that's unavoidable. Mm-hmm. His goal is, it's been done. It can still be done very well.
Yeah,
and I am interested to see. It all depends on how Tabata goes about distinguishing it. What drives him? What experiences has he had that drove him to this goal? What is his motivation? How will he be characterized? Because right now, we don't know shit about him, and that leaves a lot of potential.
I think if he can make him charismatic, it can carry a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
for
like,
sure. That.
If you have a generic character with generic goals, if you make them likable,
goes a long way.
Make them interesting. Aside from their goals and beliefs, but like just the way they carry themselves, the way they speak, the way they talk, it's like you can do a lot with that.
He's a very hard character to judge right now, because it's like his plan has that classic like sympathetic villain plan, but his demeanor and disposition is very typical for like a pure evil type villain.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to get a read on him at the moment.
Yeah.
I
sort of like
wait
that.
and see. That's honestly all I can say right now.
Yeah. Exactly.
I sort of like that, and I guess how do I explain it? Because a lot of people were talking about during the Spade arc. God, I had shivers just mentioning that shit.
We still don't like the Spade arc, fellas. That ain't changing.
Spade arc is a 2-pack of ass. Y'all can't change my mind on that. But during the Spade arc, a lot of people were talking about humanity and people, like, humanity just being evil and things like that. Especially in like comparison to devils, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing an injustice here, but I know a lot of people brought up that idea of humans just having like this pure evil inside of them. So it was kind of interesting to see Lucius to have like this grand plan, but still, like you brought up, Zenith, have like this evil demeanor and just how he carries himself, how he goes about business. It all just feels very wrong, very evil. So I like that. That's cool. Type shit. I want to see Lucius's devil design, because Tabata always snaps with those. I'm gonna be real.
I think
this is my hot take. Yeah, most of the time. A lot of the time, these niggas is ugly, which, like, yeah, I guess is the point, since they're monsters and shit. But like, still.
I mean, I like most of the devil designs.
Yeah, I like most. It's just every now and then it's like, eh.
Yeah. Yuno versus Zenon will always be gas. I agree. That's the best part of the arc by far.
Well, I say is the only
cool fight. I like the powers, like the way he uses them.
Yeah, it's cool. Easily the best part of that arc. Yeah. I feel like low-key,
good chapter. I'm hoping this is a positive turning point for the series.
Absolutely. There's not a whole lot I can really say about this chapter besides I just enjoyed it. There's nothing really else to say for me. I do like, I guess, one last thing, how he points to Asta as like, you're the world's flaw, which again goes back to a lot of stuff.
Reaction.
Yeah, he's like, all right, yeah, Okay, bitch.
My favorite scene is
it's like he's just like really calm for a second. He's like, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see you spitting. And like, yeah, right, bitch. You think I'm gonna agree to that?
Yeah, I like that. That of course goes back to the pre-time skip and everything that's there. It feels like Black Clover. I don't want to say it's like a return to form or anything, because we still have to wait and see. But it feels like it's returning back to those roots that made me enjoy it, and I hope it continues, because fuck, Black Clover during that point was so good, man, so fucking good.
I think my favorite part of the chapter is when he's like, I'm stronger than Julius, and then Asta's like, in that case right here, I'll surpass the Wizard King.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that spread is sick.
That last page spread is very nice. I love that.
Here's the thing, like, the reason why I loved Black Clover to begin with, and like I got really into the series, was never because of the villains. Yeah. So it's like, I just want to see the characters, like the main characters and the side characters, like, be fun and interesting and do cool shit that like makes sense, that doesn't feel contrived. That's all I really want. Like, yeah, I think Lucius could be a good, like, cool villain, but I'm not like,
you're not banking on it.
Yeah,
that's not where you draw your enjoyment from the series.
Black Clover has had a single like really, really good villain. Like, he has decent villains. That's it, at least in my opinion.
I feel that. I
like Patri. I don't think
Patri.
He's like the best. I don't think he's
like, he carries the
modern shonen, but he does. He's good. I agree.
Yeah, Patri's good. I think the first half of the Spade arc was great. The second half was meh. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. The first half did have a lot of good moments in it too.
Yeah, I can see that. I think the second half of an arc very much tends to sour enjoyment from the beginning, at least for me. That's how I feel about like Fairy Tail's final arc, for example. That's a big example of that for me. Yeah,
fair enough.
So now you start.
I think I've pretty much said everything. I think I've pretty much said everything I didn't want to say regarding Black Clover. If you guys are ready to move on.
Yeah.
Overall,
we've got all our opinions. I feel like we're just retreading old ground.
Yeah, I was about to say one last time so the people in the back hear me. I thought this was a good chapter. I thought this was a good chapter. You know what else is good?
God. He's lying. He's bullshit.
Hey, we ain't talking about that shit no more. Real Shonen is back, baby. Ain't God good? Chainsaw Man 101. Ain't that God good, chat?
It's
how he feeling
so
about
cool. It's so cool just seeing, because a long time ago, there was the whole chapter where it's revealed that in Chainsaw Man, when devils die, they basically reincarnate in a new form. And it's like, we never got the chance to see that, like what a new form would mean. And I think it's cool to have that now.
I was gonna
to know like how different it can get.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna bring that up. I didn't know how consequential it was. Like, the Bat Devil is definitely different from the first time it was introduced.
Oh yeah, he's a lot more
we're
scary
just getting
now.
Further more parallels between Asa and Denji. Their journey.
Yeah.
Now fighting a fucking Bat Devil. I brought this up one night in VC when we were all talking, but I think Asa and Yoru, what I like about them so far, like what I find really, really interesting about them is like, essentially what Fujimoto did is like, you have Asa who's being compared and paralleled to Denji very heavily, and then you have Yoru who's obviously very similar to Makima. And it's like he essentially took the protagonist and the main antagonist of the part one of the series and made two characters based off of them and put them both in the same body.
Yep.
Which is something that's like really hard to do.
I've never seen that before in my life. Yeah.
Really hard to pull off.
Yeah.
Like, that takes so much like time and setup, and then being able to like execute it all perfectly for something like this to happen and for it to work and feel natural, and like,
it's just so fucking good, man.
Compelling.
I love the two of these. I love these two together. I love the two of these girls together. They're great. Fucking the comedic timing of Yoru just being like, This is a great. I think I like Yuko. She's a real good friend. Yuko's like, all right, I'll be back. She's like, okay, cool. Soon as she leaves, we should kill her. Why? Just that little so panel funny. Of Asa just being like, come again? I beg your pardon? Just like, what? I love this shit. I love it so much.
It's so funny because it's like, last week I was all on that fucking, yeah, she's gonna die.
Yeah.
But now that Fujimoto just straight up said it, it makes me doubt it, kind of.
Oh, you think so? Really?
Yeah, because it's like, he has projected deaths in his series before. The biggest example, Power and Aki. But it's like, that's because those were a big deal. Like, that was a legitimate prophecy, and seeing how it fulfilled was the intrigue. He normally, that's not his typical thing to do. Like, usually his deaths are very sudden and abrupt and tragic. That's that's his typical thing. And that isn't just in Chainsaw Man. That's in most of his works that at least I've read. I think we've all read this stuff. It's usually they come out of nowhere and they're shocking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Them shits just happen.
I see what you're talking about. I still think she's dead as fuck.
It's possible. I'm not gonna
the biggest thing for me is just like, God, there's just so many parallels between Asa and Denji, and it's like Denji lost his best friend. Like, so I feel like
friendship ended with Yuko. Yoru is my new best friend.
It's like I don't know.
I think it is going to be interesting too.
Just for the reason to switch it up, so it's more surprising. But it's also like, I don't know.
I think it is interesting too. The thing that kind of, because you did bring up a very good point, Zenith. But the thing that's kind of like making me still scared about it is Yoru bringing up, the more guilty you feel about killing her, the stronger it'll be.
Yeah, no, exactly. I do.
So
feel
that's
like
what it's like. I don't know.
She might need to kill her to like.
Exactly.
It's definitely setting up for a moment like that.
Yeah. So it's like, oh no, man. The War Devil is so interesting though, because this isn't the only bit of lore we get about her in this chapter. We also learn that she can't take over Asa when she's scared, which is very interesting because usually devils gain power from fear, but the War Devil can't. That's very interesting. Or at least she can't take control.
That's an interesting way to read that. I didn't think of it that way.
That's immediately what I thought of. Like when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's weird,
Well, I mean, maybe it's just like one of the consequences of sharing the same body.
Yeah, this is
maybe if it has to do
so
with like, mental state.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. You guys are right on that.
I really like the
like, I mean, she could probably still get power.
Yeah,
you could probably get power from other people's fear, but like maybe like her own fear, or like a wall or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's debilitating in some way.
The first thing I thought of when I saw that she couldn't control her when she's afraid is like, my first immediate thought was, because I'm on the Asa Yoru becoming friends with Denji hype train. Like I fully believe they're not going to stay as villains. I think they're going to join Denji.
I hope so.
I think they will be friends. I think this is the first inkling that Yoru isn't fully in control of Asa.
Oh, because like, yeah, that's also another way to read it.
Because it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I think it's more believable that Asa would end up liking Denji and want to be friends with Denji. But Yoru wants to kill Denji. Yoru wants to kill Chainsaw Man for her own goals. And it's like, well, Yoru's controlling her body and all these things. But that isn't the case anymore. Where it's like, there is a way for Asa to keep control of herself while Yoru's still inside of her. It's like, I think maybe that's what that's setting up. I don't know exactly how that'll play out later, but we'll see.
That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about it like that. Fuck, I had something else I was gonna say, but now I forget. It's contagious today. Whatever. I guess I'll remember it later.
I'll give up on the Yoru becoming friends like thing if Yoru kills a large number of civilians, not like one or two, like a bunch. Like if
A
she
mob,
kills like
yeah.
30 people, then I might be like, okay, maybe she's a bit unredeemable. But until that happens, like
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
I
will
got you.
say I love the panel of Yoru just popping up by like next to Asa and be like, I have bad news and more bad news. That panel is fucking hilarious to me. I cracked up laughing when I first read that shit. It's amazing.
oh, I love the panel of the bat eating the guy where it's like eating his fucking
Yeah,
arm.
it's so
Yeah, it's
That's
like,
so
ooh,
creepy.
fuck, God.
That shit looks so painful. It's like stretching his fucking skin.
Yeah, and like, ugh, gosh, like,
God, I love the bat design. It's so good.
it's
so
really
bestial
good.
and
Yeah,
just
it's
creepy.
fucking feral. This shit is gross. This shit is gross. I'm not gonna lie. I would have loved. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I would have loved to see a perspective when Asa and Yoru were on the bench arguing. I would have loved to see the civilians just seeing Asa talk to herself and be like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, I would have loved that because to them, she's not there. I would have loved that. That would have
Yeah.
been a funny little thing. But, you know, you can only fit so much in 18 pages.
Well, yeah, you do see someone looking at her on page 6.
Yeah, yeah. You're just like, what the fuck? What is up with you? I do
And I
like
love it
it.
because it's
Go ahead.
right as she's asking, "Are you insane?" That's all. I just think that's funny.
Yeah. Are you insane? I'm you, Chief. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why it just cracks me up. I have bad news and more bad news. I just scrolled back to that panel.
Oh shit!
What's up?
Literally, okay. 12 minutes ago, the Chainsaw Man panel started at Crunchyroll Expo.
On
thing.
God?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at that
Good
bitch
timing.
when the stream is over. No cap.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to look that up. Damn. I do like again how they're not able to really keep secrets from each other. Where Asa's like, I have to change the subject. We can't talk about killing her anymore. And she's like, oh no. We're not leaving. I got you for 3 minutes. I like that. But yeah, overall, this is another simple chapter, I think. Just very, very good. I like it.
Yeah. No, very solid chapter. This is so un-Fujimoto, like, to take it this slow.
Yeah.
Which I really like. I really like the change of pace.
I'm
he
loving
knows
it, yeah.
when to, like, ease us into stuff. I
Yeah.
think.
We're just dipping our toe in the water right now.
Yeah, because, like, you know, the Chainsaw Man pacing meme is, like, a thing. There are moments in the series where he does just slow down. I think, like, chapter 72, I think it is, where they just, Aki goes to visit his family's grave. Like, that's a nice, slow chapter.
I
That's
think
pretty good.
I think it's very important. I think it was a good decision on him to go slow with Asa and Yoru's character. Because it's
Absolutely.
like, I do think they're going to be very important going forward. As whether it's as a villain or as an ally or whatever happens, I think they're going to play a major role. So it's like, I really like that he's just leaving Denji out of the story for now and just focusing on them, really like getting into the nitty gritty of their relationship and their dynamic. I'm really liking it a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like the main character. I
It's
feel like the
making
main
me-
character of this part of the story.
Yeah, not seeing Denji for all this time and focusing on Asa not only makes me appreciate Asa, but when Denji comes back, I'm gonna love it that much more. Because it's
Let
like,
me come
oh
back with
yeah,
chapter, bro.
exactly.
We
Because
need to
like
save
at
him.
this point, Asa is becoming, or essentially is right now, she's like not a fully fleshed out character. We still have so much to learn with their dynamics and things like that. But she's like an established character by this point. So now it's like, oh shit, yeah. Now I want to see how they interact with Denji and what are they gonna do. And I'm so excited for that. So every chapter we get with Asa is only building up that hype for both of them, for Denji and Asa, and I guess Yoru too. So 3 of them. So whatever. But I'm really appreciating this pacing that we got going on right now. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really have much other weigh in on this.
That's for sure. I mean, we can
It's
just
like,
talk
it was
about
just
the
a good
next
chapter.
chapter if you
I
want.
mean, yeah, we can go to JJK next
yeah,
if you want.
Sounds good to
Okay.
me. All right,
So,
right
yeah.
on that mark. Yeah.
Let's discuss exactly why Naoya is going to get at a cover or not at Maki.
I will kill you right now.
You know, I agree. This is a very
you will die.
discussion point.
Listen.
I think he has, you know, 2 forms in the last few chapters, and that's twice as many as Maki has. So that's just twice the volume cover potential right there.
Yeah, he might get 2 volume covers.
Yeah, really.
I hate it
He's already got
here.
1. He might end up having 3.
You know, if this fight goes on,
if
this fight goes on long enough, he can get multiple.
I hate it here. I will say, because God, Chad has been hyping up the Maki Packwatch. He's not on Packwatch, damn it. My queen's gonna get up.
She just
my queen's gonna get up.
Got packed. It's all
Hey,
good.
my queen is gonna get up.
It just that seems to be the kind of trend this week, after all. So I mean, it wouldn't be impossible.
Listen, we gonna get it
Here's
started
the
next
thing.
week with Naoya. It's fine.
I feel you, dude, because it's like, here's the thing. You know, we were talking about the MHA chapter, and there was a dude who was like, you know what? Bakugo looks fine. That's what Maki's actually like.
Yeah.
Like she looks alright, you know, just a little blood from, just a little internal bleeding. You know,
Yeah,
all
right. She's
Never
had
hurt
that
nobody.
before.
Yeah, you know?
she's gone through that shit before. It's fine. I will say though, something that was brought up that I think is kind of interesting. Speaking of Naoya's 2 forms, I need y'all to know, because I can be a degenerate.
I know exactly where you're going. I've heard it too.
I'm tossing out the horny for this section. The 2 forms that now you have, they look like a dick, and the other one looks like a pussy, and I think that's very fitting since he's a sexist. So
I literally brought that up like I think last week or the week before, and
Did
Sky
you?
called me an idiot.
Really? Okay. Because when I saw that, maybe
I
I was about to say, maybe I was just in the bathroom or something at that point. Because like when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's really smart. Like,
I
never
literally
caught
brought
on
it
to
up, and Sky called. Sky was like, oh. To be fair, he was just making a joke, but I said like something where it was like, looks like a vagina, and he was like, I don't know what vaginas you've seen, but
damn, yeah. Because when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's smart. King, now you're getting his W for now, bruv. For now, bruv. It's okay.
Yeah,
we running
honest,
it back.
I don't really see it either.
We getting it back in blood next chapter.
I think
was about to say
Maki's
next
gonna
week.
get up and fuck him up next chapter, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she's not gonna die here. I still think she's gonna lose the fight.
Mhm.
I'm on that fucking train. I ain't getting off just because the majority stands against me.
I do
they'll
think
be
it's
one
interesting because I
Dude, I'll still be your friend when you're wrong, bro. It's okay.
I appreciate that, buddy.
I went back and I reread the last fight that they had, or at least the last chapter of that fight where Maki beats him. But in that moment where he's about to speed towards her, Maki felt like at that point her only other option was to like take the brunt of the attack and like catch him and then beat him from there. So I think it's funny how like the first time she was planning on taking the brunt of the attack, this time she wasn't, and she got fucking bulldozed. So like I think that's interesting.
Okay. But yeah, no, I'm kind of with Zenith right now. Like, I don't see her dying, but I don't see her winning either. So it's a question of what's gonna cause us now to pull away here.
You just
It's
don't
more
know,
like-
man. Maki is her for real. She got that
For
dog in her.
me,
She
it's
gonna win.
just I just don't see why else Naoya is being brought back into the story, and I don't want this fight to be pointless. You know?
Bro, what do you mean? We're taking care of business.
Okay.
Bro, that's how it is. Kamo finna 1v1 Naoya, no need for Maki. Bro, listen, it is crazy too because I mean, spoiler alert, I'm about to upload a Sailor Note short on this chapter specifically after this podcast. But I loaded up the chapter and I was like, oh, all right, well, Naoya, or not Naoya, Noritoshi, he's gonna be laid out. Maki's gonna have to hard carry. Uno reversed my bitch ass because Maki got knocked down and then Kamo is still chilling off somewhere in the distance. We don't know. But yeah, that kind of shocked me a little bit. I was a little surprised by it, but it's okay. My queen's gonna get up. She's gonna be like, damn, that shit hurted. but this finna hurt even more. And then kill him, one-shot him, easy clap. I think Naoya will seem to be defeated by the duo, but then when they think it's over, Naoya completes his evolution and comes out of his cocoon. I think he already did.
Yeah, that was last chapter.
I was about to say this is his evolution. Yeah. Because he was a cursed womb, and then he was born, and then he turned into Pussy Man. So shouts out, I guess. Maki and Kamo gonna need to escape. Bro, no they don't. Maki has this. Y'all just don't believe. Y'all don't see the vision. It's okay. What do Matt Murdock and my chat have in common? They both can't see. Ain't that crazy? My theory is that Kamo will get injured Maki. Kamo will get an injured Maki out of the barrier and then sacrifice himself to injure Naoya. If Naoya dies, this fight has been pretty pointless. Bro, what the fuck do you mean? I get to see my queen.
I don't want anyone to die here. Personally.
I get to see my queen in action. This is not pointless at all. Any Maki panel time is good panel time. The fuck do you mean?
Including seeing her get fucked up?
Hey! It's okay. We gonna get it back in blood. He evolved into what he hates the most. That's true. I don't think this is his final form, though. I believe the butterfly moth theory. That's a theory? I didn't know that was one. Goat Clover, the best in the new gen. Damn, Leon. That's okay, bro. We gonna get you out of there. We gonna get you out.
You'll be all right.
We gonna get you out of there.
This cry for help won't go unheard.
Listen, bruv. I don't know what's going on at home. I just want you to know it gets better. Trust me. Believe that. But hey, chat. It gets better for y'all too. You know, I understand.
Not for everybody, Maki, but it gets better for y'all.
Hey, it gets better for y'all too. You know, everybody. They don't see my vision. Everybody's just, I think Maki lost here. I think they're going to have to run away.
I don't think she lost here. I think she's got hell of an ass beating left to see.
Oh, yeah. You know, a lot of people just don't, you know, they have different interpretations. They didn't adjust their glasses, you know. Not everybody has 20/20 vision like myself. So, naturally, there are a lot of wrong opinions out there.
You're behind the times.
Bro, what the fuck? I'm always ahead of the times, bro. I'm literally looking into the future as we're speaking right now. And not only does the future have a Maki volume cover
right now. What am I going to say next, bro?
You just said what you were going to say in the future, bro.
What, bro? What am I going to say? What's the next thing I'm going to say? Can you guess it right now?
So anyway, as I'm looking into the future, I can see not only a Maki volume cover, I can also see a Maki W. I think people just, you know, it'll take a little bit for people to see that. Again, not everybody has 20/20 vision, so, you know, people naturally need to get closer. So as these things close in, people will start to understand, oh, this is what Sailor was saying. And I'll be like, yes, absolutely. Hey, just know, I'm not going to rub it in your face when I'm right type shit. Okay. Because, like,
I will.
I welcome you.
Why wouldn't you?
Listen, bro, I welcome you to the winning team. We have plenty of space. We are always looking for new recruits. When you're a winner type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, hey, I appreciate it when you appreciate what I appreciate type shit. So, like, I think I win already. There's no need for us, you know, us brothers in arms to be fighting against each other, because that's how the enemy wins type shit. So, hey, that's okay. I think Naoya's gonna. What's up, bro?
Yeah, go ahead. No, I was gonna backtrack real quick. I just wanted to bring up. I did go back and look it up. Caribou never mentions anyone. He wanted to kill Luffy just for the notoriety of it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think Naoya's gonna go from worm to cocoon to butterfly to moth. Looks like he's in a cocoon right now. So you think he's gonna evolve past this? I didn't know this was a theory.
The pussy pooper.
You know what? I'm down for that because it just guarantees, you know, a certain loss.
Well, that just means Maki goes further beyond.
Not to mention, it would technically mean that Naoya could get 3 volume covers.
What the fuck?
Here's the thing, man. I get the win no matter what, because it's like if Maki wins, cool, and if Naoya wins, cool. I get the win, bro. Well, I've set it up to where I can't lose.
That's true. So have I. Actually, we're on the same team.
Bro, you put your loss and recorded it, my man. I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean loss?
Like once Maki loses, I'm going to, come back here to this podcast, this recording that you've been so kind as to put on YouTube. And I'ma just hear you talk your shit, and I'ma know.
That I was right the whole time? Yes.
Oh no, he's delusional.
What the fuck? Hey, I'm literally in the future. Y'all 2000.
Just how
late.
Yamato thinks she's Odin, you think you're right. And
bro,
that's just how it is sometimes.
I don't gotta think nothing, bro. I know I'm him. I know I am. I don't gotta think nothing. I know I am.
Clearly.
You ain't him.
Bro, I'm literally him right now. For decades, many people spend their entire lives working to get to where I am. I was just born this way.
Anyway.
I can't help it.
Anyway, I fucking dragged the hell out of this bit. I'm sorry, fellas.
Nah, this was good. I mean, like, to be fair, there's not really much we can really talk about.
Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about. Now you fast.
Yeah, now you're very speedy. Sailor really out here saying Maki gonna pull a plus ultra. Yeah, bro, that's exactly what the fuck is gonna happen, bruv. You're gonna see. You're gonna see. She's gonna do the United States of Smash and everything. It's gonna be sick. Be there.
I think it's really cool just how he's portraying the speed. Like, just everything ripping apart as he goes.
Yeah.
Like, that's really cool.
Yeah. Even the last bit where, like, Maki gets bulldozed and it's like, now your speed has reached Mach 3. Like, that was cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I also like the one page where it's page 14 where she's surrounded by all the blood spikes. Like, that's sick. I love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, what were you saying?
This isn't anything like y'all care about, but I'm making a video that's partially on JJK right now, some power scaling stuff.
Yes, sir.
This chapter proved me right on some shit, so I'm happy.
Shouts out, hey.
So
make sure y'all go check that out.
Y'all know who you are. That we're wrong. Y'all know who you are.
Make sure y'all go check that out. Yeah, whenever he drops that, make sure y'all go see it. We'll obviously promote it that week. We have the podcast, and
Good friends.
hey, Zenith will be right about something. I'll be right about Maki. That'll be a good week. I feel like that'll be a very good week.
Next week, the entire magazine of Shonen Jump is on break.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing that week.
We have
no
fucking idea. Yeah.
We'll figure it out this week.
We're gonna do this fucking Among Us collab, bro. Just wait. We can play some Among Us.
I'm telling you, bro. My laptop can't handle that shit, bro. My laptop can play Among Us. It's until I start to stream it. That shit, that shit stutters.
I also wanted to bring up One Piece Film Red came out yesterday in Japan.
That shit was wild.
All the spoilers are out. Yeah, if you want to see them, just go fucking see them, I guess. But I was just gonna bring it up.
Shit.
When it comes out in North America, I think it'd be cool if enough of us see it. Maybe we could do a podcast and talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be like what we did with Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Absolutely. I want to do something like that.
We could do it on the official podcast, or maybe we could even just do like the
solo one
thing. Yeah, if not enough people.
Yeah, maybe.
Like if it's just a couple of us who actually go see the movie, we could just talk about it.
I'd be down for it either way. I do want to talk about that movie whenever we go see it. Excuse me. Cover God of High School. I gotta catch up. No cap. I do.
You gotta. It's fucking good right now.
Yeah, I gotta catch up. No cap. I think my phone's on airplane mode right now to help with streaming, but I'm a good couple of chapters behind. But yeah, this AOT reread has taken up like so much shit. Much shit. That. I just got to the post time skip, but I gotta go back through pre time skip and take all my notes. So like, that's fun. But I do it for the content, baby.
Dense,
I know, man. You gotta do it for the content, baby. It'll be fun. I'm just excited to put that video out whenever it comes out. and just have all my thoughts out. Film Red is currently only behind Mugen Train in terms of first weekend sales, which is fucking insane. Shouts out.
I mean, here's the thing: nothing was gonna beat Mugen Train.
Yeah, for sure.
First weekend sales, that's just inevitable. But the fact that second place, that's crazy.
Shouts out, because that's a pretty high bar to set. But anyway, I think that's everything I gotta say this week, fellas. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people before we head out?
Nope.
Subscribe to my channel. I don't give a shit. Shameless promotion. I don't care.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use my last message to say don't subscribe to Xeno's channel.
Shit.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
All right.
I mean, I can't even say none to that. That's how it is.
Well, we're gonna get up out of here. I gotta go to the bathroom. So we appreciate you for listening to this podcast. We appreciate you for listening to it live, after the fact, all of that good stuff. Make sure you like the stream, share with your friends, share with your mother, share with your father, share with your friends, everyone you know, and tell them how much cooler you are than them because you listen to this show. Anyway, we're going to get the fuck up out of here. Make sure y'all take care of yourselves. Make sure y'all stay safe. All that good stuff. We love you, and we'll catch you later. Bye-bye.